Good morning, little brother. It is Monday. I have had a very good day. A very, very, very good day. So it didn't start out so great. I meant to pull an all-nighter and I fell asleep sometime around midnight, 1 in the morning, I think. And because it ends in like a bunch of periods and slashes, and I wake up at 3 in the morning and realize that it's 3 in the morning. And so that kind of sucked. So I knew that I wouldn't be able to do what I needed to do. So I went and took a shower and did my hair, and I did little twisties today and put a barrette on the side with all of my bangs on it. So I've got like twisties that end in the back of my bangs. And then I went down to the bus stop and caught the early bus. I thought I had forgotten my purse, and so I was like panicked because I was like, I'm gonna miss the bus, I'm gonna miss the bus. So I had to go back home. But then I was like up to like nearly half a block, and I like look back and my purse is sitting on the back of my chair, and I felt like a bit of an idiot because I had like groped for my backpack, and usually my purse is in the top of my backpack, but I had like set it over the edge of over the handle instead of being in my backpack so that I could actually get to it and put on my makeup and all that fun stuff. So genius on the loose. And so I got to the bus fine. I didn't miss the bus. It was really great. I said a rosary on the way there, and that was really nice. And yeah, so my day started out well. And then I got to the mall, and I started putting on my makeup, and there's this woman with a baby, and this was the most gorgeous baby. Like, she was so tiny, fro, so tiny, and like her finger barely covered 2 knuckles of my hand, and you know how small my hand is. And like, I have never seen a more gorgeous baby in my life. Like, most of my friends who are African American, their spouses are mixed. They're either Asian or they're white, and so I've only ever seen like these light little babies. And so to see, she was so pigmented and so tiny and so beautiful, and just, oh, it was magnificent. It was glorious. And so I was talking with her mom, and apparently she's this super shy baby, and just like, she's not usually this hyper, and she like was, making crabby hands at me. So I put my finger out and she grabbed onto my hand, and her mom's like, she's usually really shy, she won't do anything. And I was like, oh, well, aren't I lucky? So I got to chill with a little tiny baby, and just, babies make me happy, and I want one day, but you knew that already. Like, I love babies. Babies, yes, babies. So I got to see a baby before school, and it was around that same time, like when I was putting on my makeup, and a guy asked me if I was a hooker. So I guess 4 piercings and done up hair and excessive eyeliner that isn't even done right. These are terrible. Look at them, they aren't even done right. But excessive eyeliner and excessive mascara and excessive eyeshadow and bright lipstick. I'm a hooker today. Like, I usually make jokes about hooker makeup, but apparently that's not something I ever saw happening in a million years. Ever. Nope. Never thought I would be confused with hooker. Ever. So that was interesting, and I really just wanted him to leave me alone. And so that was awkward, and it kind of like threw off my groove for a bit. And I went to school, and I went to the writing lab, and I got some writing done, obviously. I worked on my guide to writing thing, which is like a planning session. And then I went to the last workshop of the year because I needed to have 2 and I'd only been to 1, and the professor who was leading it was just brilliant, and he teaches 1B in the fall, and so I'm really hoping that I can get into a class with him if Rodriguez doesn't teach it. So, excuse me. I'm really excited about that because I wasn't sure who I was going to take it with, but now I know who I want to take it with. But like because it was the last one, everybody was trying to get in, and so for like the first part he just let people sit on the floor, and about halfway through another guy came in and was like, we just got a call, and those of you that are on the floor, I'm sorry, but you have to clear out because this is a fire hazard and we're gonna get in big trouble if you don't. And so like, classroom empty, but it was just everybody, the floor was just packed, like everybody was sitting on the floor. It was insane. So that was fun, and then I went back up to the writing center and finished up that guide to writing for the last essay, and then I went and got lunch, and I was getting ready to eat it when Foster came out of the classroom to have me come in and sightsing, and that didn't go as well as I would have hoped at all. No. So we'll see how I did. I'm not holding my breath, which sucks because that was part of my final. So I was unprepared for that, and I felt really lame, but it's all good. So after I finished that, I took my dejected butt over to the library. Well, I ate lunch first, and then I took my dejected butt over to the library, and I printed out the forms for workshops, and I finished those up and handed them into Rodriguez, and I talked to her after class because I didn't have my workshop draft because it's just been a really bad last few days, just like really terrible. The self-harmers were really bad, like worse than I can remember them being in a very, 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 very long time. So kind of miserable and just trying to stave off anxiety attacks for the past couple days, which has been very highly unpleasant. So that was not fun at all. Yeah, so talked with her, and I can turn in my essays into her box. I'm gonna go to the writing center, and then I get them to Lab Aid, and then say, yay, Lab Aid! And they'll put them in her folder for me. And so that's the master plan. I'm super psyched because that makes life easier for me. So I'm gonna be in a hidey hole of writing again, probably for the next week until the 6th, at which point I'm done with everything, so we can hope for higher quality videos after the 6th, but who knows. So yeah, that was my day. Oh, I got to talk to William. Oh my god, he got his webcam working. So I got to talk with him. Well, I talked at him and flailed at him a lot, and he kind of got overstimulated because he hasn't talked to me in a month. And so, oops, I overstimulated my boyfriend with my flailing and excitedness about the baby and the essays and the yep. See, I'm gonna do the reason why.